Hello everyone. Queen Nightshade here. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back, soul family. So this is going to be a pick a card reading about what you was being protected from that you are now allowed to know. So I've got 3 piles for you to pick from. The first one is the wolf. The second one is the crocodile, and the third one is the goat. I'm going to give you a few minutes to meditate and decide. Remember to use your third eye and not your physical one, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, my pile number ones. If you chose this wolf, this is your reading. I'm also going to pull this card out, the horse, because before I started your reading, I asked Spirit what animals that they had been sending you as confirmation that this is your pile. So if you've been seeing like a wolf or a coyote or any type of horse, this is your pile. So I'm going to read the back of them real quick. It says wolf symbolism, creation, healing, purification. Although portrayed as a villain in many European cultures, wolves are deities in Native American cosmologies and are a popular totem. Like the raven, which also appears in the paintings, the wolf is a hero and creator. In some legends, she is the trickster sibling of the coyote. I can't say those names. 𝓂𝓇 and the 𝓒𝓗 of the Pacific Northwest ascribed healing powers to the wolf and perform a wolf dance in the skin of the animal to cure the sick. In the early Roman cultures of Lupa and Verona, the great she-wolf, also known as the mother of wolves, was the divine midwife and monarch of the ancestral spirits. She was honored in an annual festival of the she-wolf and was invoked in purification rituals. In the Roman legends of Romulus and Remus, a wolf nurses the 2 heroes and restores their strength. Okay, let's read the horse one. And horse symbolism is friendship, wisdom, and strength. The horse is a kind individual beast that has frequently been associated with, with propitious events. In the Chinese zodiac horse, people are friendly, adventurous, and passionate. In the Greek mythology, the winged horse pagan was the source of inspiration and poetry. Horses have also been associated with the sexuality or fertility. In the Hindu Ramayana, the king, I'm sorry, I'm butchering these words, asked the gods to grant him a son, and to please them, sets a magnificent horse free for 1 year. Upon the horse's return, he receives word that he will have 4 sons, all of whom became the incarnations of the god Vishnu, the preserver of life on earth. The horse in the painting titled Age of the Avatar recalls the magnificent horse of the Hindu word Avatare, descendant to earth, refers to Venu's ability to assume an earthly form. So you guys also might be the year of the horse, but also the year of the horse is going to be 2000 and next year 2026. All right, so let's see what you guys was being protected from. It says green man's bride, sacred union, commitment ceremony, maturing into deep relationships. Roots, ancestry, legacy, traditions. Rose, promise. Dog, loyalty, which that actually looks like a wolf if you want me to be honest with you, so I thought that was quite fitting. Navigation, We got the moon. Oh, we got the moon and navigation. Let me pull this up a little bit. Six of Swords. And stay true and be in your power, Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. So with this pile, first I'm going to say, I feel like this was your ancestors that protected you. We've got the roots with ancestry, legacy, tradition. I kind of feel like you was being protected from a relationship. This could have been a long-term relationship that you was in. This could have been a relationship that you felt like was your ride or die, like you can marry them and be happy with them for the rest of your life. I feel like this relationship fell through, but it fell through for your protection. I feel like in this relationship, especially with roots popping up and stay true and be in your power, I feel like this person might have been pulling you away from who you truly was. I kind of feel like with this pile there was a mask that you or this person had on. And I kind of feel in a way maybe this pile was people pleasing in order to appease this union, because as I said before, you guys was head over heels. You loved them very much. You saw them as marriage material. But the moon showing up here and navigation showing up here shows me that everything wasn't as it seems. This is my pile that might have discovered some harsh truths about this person. And you might have been the person that, for some of you, you guys might have also been the person that cut things off because of these hidden secrets that was that got revealed to you. And I feel like your ancestors revealed them to you. If not, I also feel like with the Six of Swords, I kind of feel like that was your ancestors like guiding you away safely, because I also feel like this might have been a tricky situation to get out of. Maybe you guys lived together and you didn't have anywhere else to go, or you thought you didn't have anywhere else to go, but magically like money showed up, or your family members was like, hey, come and stay with me until you get on your feet, or maybe like, you know, a friend and you made them a roommate. You know, it could be anything like that. Or maybe like you guys were both in like a certain amount of debt and you couldn't get away from it. There's something here that was tricky that your ancestors led you out of to where everything, like when it came to you, everything was going to be safe and sound. Like there wasn't going to be any worries. With this loyalty and promise, I kind of feel like this might have been talking about this partner. Your ancestors didn't see, like they constantly were seeing this person break promises to you. They was constantly seeing this person be disloyal to you. And it doesn't have to necessarily mean cheating on you. It could just mean like this person was eager and willing and like without so much of a hesitation, like deceitful with you, and they didn't want that for you. They wanted you to have someone that kept their promises and someone that was loyal to you and only you. And you know, I kind of get a sense, like I'm getting narcissistic vibes with this, where like there was like no guilt. Like I said, it was like the way they lied to you, the way they deceived you, it was with such ease. And your ancestors was like, oh no, nope, negative. But yes, they was helping you navigate through this hard time to get you over to shore, to get you across across the sea. For someone here, it might not be all, but like it was like you was putting your self-worth, like you was measuring your self-worth up to them, or up to how they treated you, and that was something that they didn't like as well, because with this card showing up, like they want you to be proud of who you are, proud of where you came from. So maybe this person made fun of you for like your background, like where you came from, like the family that you was in, or how you was raised, or just like certain things that you do that's like from your family lineage. This could also be like maybe you was spiritual and they wasn't, and like they used to make fun of or degrade you for maybe your spiritual practices, which that will set ancestors off as well. They said, not my descendant. Absolutely not. All right. All right, that's all that I got for you guys. If you like this message, please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye. Hello, my pile number 2s. If you chose this crocodile, this is your reading. So before I started into the reading, I asked like what animals that you might have been seeing like before this reading. So this could be like a confirmation that this is your reading. I didn't get another one of these cards, but a lizard popped up into your reading as well. So maybe like crocodiles, lizards. I think it even mentions like dragons and things like that. So if you've been seeing any type of like lizard, this is your pile. So I'm going to go ahead and read the crocodile for you. It says the symbolism is opportunity, risk, fertility, and life. Alligators and crocodiles are creatures of the water, particularly fecund swampland, which suggests both fertility and the feminine principles of life and rebirth. They are often been associated with dragons, which appears in myths and legends as wily guardians of treasures and keepers of wisdoms. Stories that have revolved around encounters with these reptiles have often involved a new opportunity, but one that always carries significant risks. As with many mythological reptiles, the crocodile in the painting appears wise, menacing, and somewhat indolent. All right, so let's look at the cards you guys got. This is Cry from Nature, mourning for something sacred which seems lost. Specters, discernment, critical thinking, insight. Then you guys got Lizard, renewal. Protection. Four of Swords. Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. And look at that. Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. You got renewal and life restored. I feel like, especially since the protection card popped out, I feel like this pile is was highly protected and is still being highly protected. I feel like this pile is going through a transformation, a renewal, a life restored. This pile might be feeling like where things might have felt dull and like every day is the exact same, there's nothing new. Where maybe your favorite hobbies you wasn't picking up, like your favorite hobbies wasn't making you happy anymore, just life seemed really dull, the same. Some of you guys could have been in a deep depression. Some of you guys might have also been grieving. I feel like some of you guys have been grieving for a while. There is something in your life that you are now ready to let go of. There's something that used to feel really, really heavy, but no longer feels as heavy as it used to be, because this grieving process is coming to an end. And I feel like it's like, for this pile, I feel like it's like the final boss in a video game, like the final battle. And I kind of feel like that's the reason why you're, I feel like for this pile, the first pile is ancestors. For this pile, I feel like it's a spirit guide that's around you, that's doing this protection. But, I feel like you're coming towards the end of it, and the end of it is like what makes or breaks someone. So I feel like this pile with the Four of Swords, this pile might be like resting more than usual, because this pile I feel like does a lot of hustling, is in a lot of their masculine energy, and I feel like it switched into feminine energy and resting. Like, this is my pile that might be wondering why they're resting so much, and kind of like in the beginning might have been freaking out about it, like, why am I resting? Like, I'm being so lazy, I should be doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But I kind of feel like now, or it will soon come, where you're not putting yourself down for this rest. And the reason why you're going through this rest, like, this rest is for your protection, because you are like in, as I said, the video game land. You're in like the final boss mode. For some of you guys, I picked up on, especially in this, like, this kind of gave me like dream world. I also was picking up your Pisces, or not your Pisces, your Mars might be in a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And I feel like a lot of the battles that you have been doing, it might not be like, the battles might not be physical, they might be like in the astral. This is my pile that might astral travel, but there's like a lot of things that you are laying to rest in your dream world. So it could also just be like your subconscious unlocking things, things that you need to heal from, but at the time it locked it away. So this might be my pile that's also having like dreams of like past things, and like when you wake up and you remember them, you're like, well, why am I dreaming about that? That was so long ago. And it's because things are coming to the surface in order for this this restoration, this renewal that you're going through. After you go through this, I'm seeing a lot of things pick up with speed, like more speed than usual. It's been really, really slow for you guys. And as I said before, some of you guys still might be worrying about that, but enjoy this time. Take this time off. Rest when you need to rest. Watch, funny or loving TV shows or movies. Uplift yourself, because I'm getting the feeling like the more you rest and the more like you're content and you're happy, the easier it's going to be for this renewal to happen. There's a huge shift going on for my pile number 2s, bigger than you probably think it is. Numbers that are also popping up are, you guys might be seeing 8, 5, and then this one's 10, and this is 10. So you guys might be seeing 10, 10. With this eye here, too, it kind of reminds me of your guide, like, watching you. Like, I'm watching you. Yeah, they're paying, like, very, very close attention to you. They are guarding you. Because when you are in a state like this, there seems to be more things that want to come at you, want to come and attach themselves to you to like prevent you from having this renewal. This pile might also be seeing shadow people. I'm also picking up, and this might not be for everyone, so this might just be for one person. But I also picked up, when I looked at this card just now, is someone might have been asleep, and then woke up seeing something, seeing like a shadow being, but also seeing like a light or a animal, or let's just say an ancestor, or like I said, this is my spirit guide pile, so or a deity or an angel fighting with something, and you automatically fell back asleep. Like, you only caught like a glimpse of it. And that's what I mean by like you're highly protected, because since you're going through a huge shift, there are things that are going to try and come at you, but your spirit team is on guard. They're protecting you. I'm also feeling like if like you called on like let's just say your warrior self, or if you called on, like, if you did like a spell for strength, or you called upon your warrior ancestors, I kind of feel like that worked. But I also feel like when I was talking about with Mars, like the water Mars, like the fire Mars to me are like the physical ones, but I feel like the water Mars, they're the spiritual ones. And that's why I say, like, in your dreams or in like the astral, you might be going through battles that you didn't even like know about. But with this one, it says, but one that, let's see, where it talks about involves a new opportunity, but one that involves carrying significant risks. I feel like that significant risk for you guys is shedding the old. Shedding the old, mourning, and letting that grief go. It's a huge shift. And it'll feel like a huge risk as well, because it's something that this pile has been carrying on for a while. All right? That's all that I got for you guys. If you like this message, please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye. Hello, 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 pile number 3. If you chose this goat, this is your reading. So, you guys got goat, scarab, and you guys got the totem. So, before I pull cards for your guys' readings, I asked Spirit for like an animal that they was sending you that you've been seeing like before this reading, as confirmation that this is your reading. So some of you guys might have been seeing a goat, some of you guys might have been seeing a scarab beetle, and some of you guys might have been seeing your totem animal, or your totem animal is a scarab or a goat. So I'm going to read these real quick and then we'll hop into your reading. So you guys got goat, caprice, mischief, sexuality, fertility. The Greek satyr was part goat and part man and represented lentitious, mischief, and caprice. The goat was also the symbol of Pan, the woodland god of the flock, fertility and nature. Pan was a lusty deity who emblems with the phallus. When hunting was poor or the flock declined, the Greeks would blame Pan and beat his image with squills, a type of something herb, to release his reproductive energies. Pan was thus an early scapegoat. Russian peasants' folklore tells of a similar mischievous forest spirit, the 𝓒𝓠𝓐, which had goat hooves and horns, as well as black fur, wings, and a tail. The Greek god Dionysus was also frequently represented by the image of a goat. Someone with a Dionysus character is considered frenzied. I can't read, y'all. Lawless or possessing orgastic proponities. I don't know. I know that I butchered that, y'all. Okay, so, and then scarab is regeneration. To the Egyptians, the scarab, a type of beetle, symbolized the power that governed the celestial bodies. A great scarab was thought to roll the sun across the sky. This belief arose from the scarab habit of shaping a piece of ox dung into a ball, into which it laid its eggs, and rolling it about, generally from east to west. Scarab-like jewels were often placed in tombs of deceased relatives to give them the power of the sun and to felicitate their resurrection. All right, and then totem. Although the word totem derives from the, I'm not even going to try and say it, that word, meaning my kin, the concept of animal totems is universal in nature, in Native American cultures and other cultures around the globe. Animals are the guardians of tutelary spirits, and each person and group has an animal totem. Individuals inherit totems at birth, acquire them through marriage or by membership in a clan, or learn their watchful presence while in a trance. Native American dancers invoke the power of the totem by imitating the animal in posture, movement, and dress. Totems were also represented in elaborately carved totem poles, which functioned as grave markers or the emblems of the family or clan. Nice. All right. So as I said before, you guys could be seeing the goat, scarab, or your totem animal, or your totem animal could be the scarab or the goat. All right, let's see what she was being protected from. We got dragon's pet, communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship, which is fitting since you guys got totem. So this is my pile that definitely got protected by their animal totem or their spirit animal. Prudence, self-assured, integrity, clear-mindedness. Crown, accomplishment. Lobster, inner growth. Good fortune, and look, you guys got the scarab again. You guys also got Ace of Wands. And the Brother in Darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. So the first thing that I'm picking up with this pile is this pile might have had a lot of tension on them lately. This pile is really stepping into their power and being crowned and being acknowledged for their accomplishments. This pile is, a lot of people are seeing your inner growth. A lot of people are seeing the good fortune that surrounds you, whether that be, you know, you have a loving family, your projects are going well, your job's doing well, maybe you got a promotion, maybe you won a competition. It could be anything really. But I feel like this pile has been on a winning streak, and that has been getting a lot of this pile might be getting a lot of the evil eye. This pile might be getting a lot of people trying to get close to them, to try and kind of steal their good fortune or their good opportunities. With this lobster showing up, it reminds me of a lobster being boiled. So I kind of feel like I said, people are hot-tempered around you. People really don't like seeing you win. And I kind of feel like you might have been shown this through a pet. Someone here has an animal that shows them things. And what I mean by that is, like, maybe someone came over to your house, and let's just say your cat or your dog or your bird or whatever you have, like, they love everybody. Like, they're really nice. When people come over, they let them pet them, they let them talk to them. But when this person came over to your house, this cat, this dog, maybe hissed or growled or bit or scratched. They acted in a way that really surprised you, because maybe this person and you are close, or maybe you thought this person was a good person, but this was like a warning sign from this animal, showing you that this person was not to be trusted. It's like that's like one example I can give you guys. There could be like, it could be multiple of things, but I know, like, it could also be like an animal that you that's not a pet. So maybe, like, for instance, blue jays can represent bully energy. They can represent someone that's very aggressive, because they are aggressive in nature, and what's theirs is theirs, is theirs is theirs. They're very territorial. I have a bunch of blue jays around my house, and I watched several blue jays take down a huge crow, and it was like that crow's butt was getting beat. It was like one after the other, just diving and pecking at it until it finally flew away. But it was around their territory, it was around their nest, and they wasn't going to give up. So, like, you could have been seeing like a blue jay around somebody, or you could have been seeing like a snake around somebody, or maybe like you was talking to somebody and then later on a snake kept on popping up. Or maybe in your dreams you had a dream about this person, and like a blue jay or a snake kept on popping up around them. That was like the warning sign that this animal was giving you. It could have been in dreams. It could have been, right after talking to the person. It could have been your actual pet. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But like I said, I feel like this pile has accomplished a lot. I feel like this pile has grown a lot and grown a lot as a person. And this could also be like past people where they thought that you was never going to amount to anything, or they thought that maybe you was always going to be stuck in your ways, or always going through traumatic experiences. This might be a pile that, growing up, you went through a lot of traumatic experiences, or you went through a lot of hardships or betrayal, and people, that's how people seen you for so many years. So that's what they expected out of you when they see you now. But now they see you crowned, now they see you shining, and it's got, you're ruffling some feathers, pile 3. You're ruffling them feathers. You guys, with this scale, you guys also might be a Libra, but I'm also picking up like the scales are balancing. The wheel is turning in your favor, and a lot of people can't stand that light that you're holding. This is my pile that I'm getting, with this one, I'm getting confusion, or I'm getting like picking up things that are not yours. So this pile might be very empathic, and I'm feeling like you was being protected. There was like a cleansing happening with you. So this is my pile that also might have decided to go to the lake randomly, or the ocean randomly. Or you might have been seeing animals and looking up the meaning, and them talking about purification. There's been a lot of cleansing with this pile. There's been a lot of removing things that aren't yours. You guys got a lot of 4s. You got 30, 40. Someone here might be 30 or 40. Someone might be seeing 6 a lot. You guys also might have been seeing lobsters. Yeah, the song that just popped up for me for you guys, because I do feel like this pile is getting a lot of attention, is the Doja Cat song, Attention, where she's like, look at me, you looking? Another side message for this pile, though, don't ignore the signs, because some of you guys have been ignoring the signs. And some of y'all might have been seeing like back after back, like back to back to back to back signs. And it's because you're like ignoring the first couple. Like it's just going to get louder. So pay attention to it. But yes, that's what you guys are being protected from. Like, you guys had a lot of evil eye. You guys had a lot of deceitful or nasty people that, like, seemed like they had good intentions for you, but they did not. They got revealed quickly. Alright, that's all that I got for you guys. If you like this message, please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye.